Good morning, guys. How are you? Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having an awesome day. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So, we are thrilled that you are joining us today. And we're going to talk about email that converts 5 simple tasks to improve your email in just 10 minutes. All right. Kelli and I love our email. I guess it's been almost 5 years ago that I was like,
Crazy.
I know. I know. I said, I'm working on email this next year. This is what I'm going to figure out. And here we are. I have an amazing email list that converts. Kelli has an amazing email list that converts. And we teach people in our program how to have an amazing email list that converts, not just numbers. So, whether you are a seasoned email marketer or you're just getting started, this session is all about quick, actionable steps that you can take to create email that not only grabs the attention, but grabs and drives results, which is traffic. Okay.
Traffic. Right. I don't care about responses. I care about traffic.
I
So
don't
what
care
are you
about
going to learn? You're going to learn how to craft subject lines that boost your open rates, simple ways to enhance. And okay, let me just tell you guys, we are not about clickbait because honestly, who cares if they open if they don't actually click, but they have to open before they can click. Okay. Just throw that out there. So you're going to learn how to craft subject lines that boost your open rates. You're going to learn simple ways to enhance your email structure and design for better readability. And you're going to learn some techniques to strategically place CTAs that convert.
All
Okay.
right. Everybody know what CTAs are? We'll talk
Calls
about it.
to action.
Uh-huh. All right. So here's what you're going to walk away. Uh-huh. Are you making fun of me? I
A
don't
little
know if I
bit.
can I don't know if I can take that this morning.
Oh no.
Please. Are you in a good mood?
I am just in a mood. I don't know.
You kind of are. I know. We really both. What is going on, Katie? What is going on here in your comments?
She has a cat on the keyboard or something.
What is happening here? Toddler in your lap, maybe. All right. So here's what you're going to walk away with: practical tweaks to instantly elevate your email performance. That's number one. It's okay, but I'd love to know what it was. Was it a cat or a baby? Number two, confidence to create email that engages your audience and encourages action. We're going to talk so much about that. Like, this is not just about numbers. We want results that bring money. And number three, a system for making consistent improvements in your email in just minutes. Okay. What is their light bulb moment?
This training is for you if you have been struggling with low open or click through rates, if you've been feeling unsure about how to write emails that resonate, or if you simply want a faster, more effective way to boost your results, then stick with us. Implement these small changes, and then I want you to watch how every email you send starts to deliver real impact. Okay, so settle in. We're going to revamp your email strategy. Ready, Crystal? And go.
And go. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you, you know how there's love languages in like marriage and with your children and in friendship? My love language with blogging is email. Okay. Like, I speak email and love it. So, number one, these are all from our heart. Number one, you have got to revamp your subject lines. And here is why subject lines matter. Okay. It is the first impression that someone sees when they are seeing your blog, when they are seeing the opportunity to come to your blog, I should say. A strong subject line determines whether your audience is going to click and read more or if they're going to skip right over your message. Okay. Opens not, Kelli said it earlier, opens are not our only number, right? But it's important. We want clicks and action to the blog, but we can't get that if we can't get opens. Cart, horse, chicken, egg, this is that. Okay. So how do we do it in 10 minutes?
So I don't even know what they're barking at. There's nothing to be barking at. So number one, break out your last email campaign and look at the subject lines. I want you to look at the subject lines that have low open rates. And then I want you to kind of revamp those, resend them with new subject lines, okay? Not resending so that only the unopeners get it, but do it again. So I want you to swap your generic and vague phrases. Don't use check this out. I want you instead to use problem solvers. Quick, easy, printable, DIY, cheap. Like, what is the problem that you're solving? What is that catchphrase or that trigger word that really speaks to their problem? Number three, I talked about this earlier. Do not be clickbaity. It's only going to hurt you in the long run because while opens are great, we really do want clicks. If you use some kind of clickbaity subject line just to make people open and they get their answer, then they don't click, right? And that's not what we want. And number 4, look at your own inbox, your own email feed. What makes you click? What draws your attention? What pulls you to it? Why?
Right.
What words, or we might go into this a little bit, what emojis? What makes you look? How many words are they using? Think about all of things. Really analyze your inbox and where you're drawn to and what you're interested in. Okay?
So we have a pro tip for you. Okay. Pro tip is emojis can grab attention if used sparingly and appropriately for your audience. There are certain emojis that you don't want to use. We've talked about them in the past in our trainings. But my emails do not go out without emojis. And you really need to use that as part of your tactic to get people to open. So Jen Sikora says that she has over 15,000 email subscribers with a very low open rate. We can fix that for you. She says, my last email had 22% open rate and only a 0.4% click-through rate. I definitely need to spend some time on email. So your open rate isn't terrible. Like, that is easy to improve, but the click-through rate has got to be worked on. And I would have to critique it to see it, or I would have to see it to critique it. But yeah, there's solutions that'll work for sure. Okay. All right. So number 2, add a welcome sequence or refresh your current welcome sequence. And here's why it's important. Your welcome sequence is often the first interaction that your subscribers have with your brand. Okay. It needs to be warm. It needs to be informative. It needs to be a sequence that increases trust and engagement from the start. Okay. Kelly's dogs are barking. All right. So how are you going to do this in 10 minutes? Kelly, go. Nope.
It's okay. Okay. Number 1, open your email automation tool and review your welcome sequence. Does it clearly introduce your site and what your subscribers can expect? I want to repeat that because I feel like a lot of people have taken all these email trainings that are like, make sure and tell your audience about you. Girl, they don't care about you. They care about your site and the problems that your site can solve for them. People don't care about anybody but themselves. If I'm going to get emails in my inbox, I need those emails to do something for me. And just telling me about you ain't doing nothing for me, right? Think about this logically. Don't get your feelings hurt. Really think about this. Why do you get emails? To solve your problems, right? So really look at it. Does it introduce your site and what your subscribers can expect? Number 2, refresh with updates like limited time freebies, easy to navigate links, like things to your landing pages, your content hubs, your most valuable content. Okay. And number 3, if you don't have a sequence in place, you need to get one. Don't try to do all the things. Don't sit there and go, oh, I have all these freebies. I need all these sequences. Just do one. Start. Okay. And here's a quick structure for that first sequence. Number 1, thank them, maybe even ask them why they got that, why they downloaded that, what it's for. Yes, I know it's going to give you responses. That's how we learn about our audience. Okay. That's also how we build trust, like no trust, with our audience, is having that a little bit of communication. So just one question. Did you love it? Who is it for? Why are you using it? What made you get it? Whatever. How are you hoping it'll help you? One quick question. Then direct them to more things on your site and then reoffer that tripwire at a different price. And finally, direct them to products that go well with the thing they downloaded. That's 4 emails. Very easy. Thank them.
Boom,
right?
boom, boom.
Ask that question. Direct them to more things on your site. Reoffer that tripwire and direct them to products that go well with the thing that they downloaded. Crystal, what's a great pro tip?
Pro tip, your welcome email has the highest open rate that you're likely going to see. So put your best foot forward there. It also can be where people are falling off. So we're all about following those numbers and paying attention to the stats. Our trash men.
No, it's your dogs.
Coming down the street, and I'm like, Eddie, if you don't stop barking, they can't even see the trash men. Like, but they just hear it, you know? So
Yeah.
Melissa says, I don't even have a welcome sequence, just the free printable when they join. So how are you nurturing them aside from another email and another email and another email? How do they know what to expect? How do they know about other things on your site?
Building that like no trust.
Yep. Like no trust is very important. Okay. Number 3, you need to optimize your email layout. Why does structure build engagement? Well-structured emails don't overwhelm the readers. We are all about our email layout. It needs to be clean. It needs to be scannable. It's designed to keep people interested and make key actions stand out. People are reading emails most likely on this device while they are in the carpool line, while they are at the store, while they are at the doctor's office, while they are on the bus going to work, whatever it is. This is what they are mostly using, and it has to be clean and scannable and easy to digest and very obvious what the problem is that you're solving for them. Okay, so how are they going to do it in 10 minutes, Kelly?
Real quick, Katie says, I didn't even think about offering it at a better price. So you don't want to offer it at a better price, right? Because they lost that opportunity. But you can offer it like I typically, this is just generic, and so it really changes for each tripwire. But I typically, the tripwire is about 50% off, somewhere around 50% off. And then that offering it again, and I use tags. I actually use a conditional PS to make sure that I'm not offering it to somebody that already bought it. Okay. But then when I offer it again, I'm like, hey, you missed out. If you're anything like me, you're regretting that decision or whatever it is, I can offer it to you still and now it's like 25% off. Still get the deal, but they lost the 50% off, for example.
There you go. All right. How are they going to do it in 10 minutes?
10 minutes. 2, 3. Number 1, check your past emails. Are they too wordy? Break up the text with short paragraphs and bullet points. Number 2, use headers throughout the email. Bold text to draw attention to main points like sale in soon, see what's new. And number 3, bullet points work very well as long as there are not too many. We want lots of space, easily skimmable.
Yep. And here's your pro tip. Always write for mobile first. Like I said, this is the computer that everybody's carrying around in their back top pocket. Make sure that your email looks great on small screens by previewing it before sending it. So I can tell you that I have made changes to the size of my font based on sitting next to someone who received my email and they opened it and I looked over and I'm like, you subscribed to my email. It was a family member, but I was looking and I'm like, oh my word, I cannot do this and this together. And it was like my moment of seeing on their phone, oh my goodness, that is not mobile friendly. So think about that. This is where people are consuming your information most likely. All right, let's move into number 4. Insert strategic call to actions. Why do CTAs drive action? A clear and well-placed CTA ensures that your reader knows exactly what to do next. There's no guessing. There's no pause and not like, what am I supposed to do with this information? Whether it's clicking to shop, whether it's clicking to download, whether it's clicking to learn more to get the solution. And here's how you're going to do it in 10 minutes.
Number 1, identify the single action that you want. Identify the single. Nobody wants to be overwhelmed. The single key action that you want readers to take. For example, click to read a blog post, shop a sale, join a webinar. What do you want them to do? And then number 2, rewrite it. Rewrite those vague calls to action, like click here, into more direct and more inviting ones. So instead of learn more, try. Transform your strategy today. Instead of shop now, try grab your favorite styles before they're gone. And number 3, place it strategically, right? We want that CTA, that call to action, to be strategically placed, like at the midpoint of the email for readers who scan. And then you could potentially, I don't usually recommend it, but it does work in certain instances. So let's think about that. Why would we do it, right? Repeat it once again at the end, and then ensure that that button or that link, like Crystal says, she makes her font bigger. Make sure it stands out visually with contrasting colors or bold text.
All right. Pro tip is limit each email to one primary call to action to reduce confusion and increase results. People get decision fatigue. Think about when you go to Costco or Sam's, you don't walk into a table at the front of the store that has every sample for everything sitting there. You would never make a decision. But you will go to the section of the store, and in that section of the store, there is one drink that you get to sample, or maybe a couple of flavors of that one drink, and that's it. And then you mosey on down over here, and there's a sample of this chip that they're promoting, right? It's not like when you walk in the door, boom, here's everything. And then you don't know what to do and what to take, okay? Do you guys see that hanger back there? I can't even, I'm backwards.
Nope.
hanging on the dresser.
Yes.
That's my husband's bad habit, and it drives me insane. I can't. Oh, it makes me crazy. All right. So here are the final thoughts. That's it. Email that converts in 5 simple tasks to improve your email in 10 minutes. We just told it to you. Like, these are bite-sized pieces, actionable tactics that you can do. Tactics shouldn't take very long. By dedicating just a few moments a day, these small changes are going to be impactful. And your emails are going to go from getting ignored, not getting opened, not getting clicked, losing all these subscribers, to becoming your audience's favorite message in their inbox. All right. What are the action steps that they need to take going forward? There's 3 of them.
We have a couple questions. So Katie says, do you recommend only one call to action and one piece of content per email? So your one piece of content could potentially be a call to action. For me, sales emails, reselling that tripwire product, that kind of thing. I like one. I want to funnel those people directly to that item. Traffic to my blog, I like to give them multiple choices, but they all are the same thing. So like it might be multiple chicken recipes, or it might be easy crock pot recipes or something of that nature. And I'll give them a selection, like Crystal said, multiple flavors, right? You're going to get the soup, you're testing the soup, but it's like 4 or 5 different flavors that you can try. So that's how I do it, Crystal. That's
how you same do it thing. Well. So what is the action that you want them to take? For example, when I'm sending a flash sale email, the action is to click the flash sale. So that is the only, it's a dedicated email. That's the only thing that they're doing, right? But when I'm sending a collection, my action for downloading Easter themed printables is download these Easter printables, and they're cohesive and they're alike, and boom, they're all right there. They solve a problem. They're working on special skills, what have you. We're very intentional and deliberate in what we're doing. Okay. So Kimberly, if it has been 5 years since you've updated your welcome series, you need to go look at that. It may not even be, you need to see, especially since you haven't touched it in a while, if people are dropping off there. Is that where you're losing people? That's a really important thing to look at. And Samantha says, definitely need to implement these. My email list is still small, but I need to get into good habits now. You do. Yes. And you need to get them in the habit of knowing what to expect, right?
Not only that, guys, when people say my email list is small, it always makes me sad. Not that your email list is small, but that you're thinking of that in that manner. Because I can tell you, the person that gets your email, even if it's a 1, has no idea that they are the only person that gets your email, but also each person that gets your email feels like they're the only person that gets your email, right? Like they want to feel like the most important person. So if you're waiting until you have a whole lot of people, then those original people ain't very important. And that's not true, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's water on a stone, guys, like water on a stone. As you, Kelly and I both scraped our emails down and only kept, when we cleaned this up and when we started over, I want to say I went from 17 or 18,000 to, was it 2,000 or 5,000? I can't remember. It wasn't very many. And in that time, I've built it back to almost 72,000 engaged subscribers. So I only keep engaged subscribers. If you're not taking action, you're out. Like I clean that list up very regularly. So before long, it may drop back down to 60,000 because we're going to get rid of anybody who hasn't clicked in a certain period of time. And then we just keep building, building, building. Angela, do you want to read that, Kelly, or do you want me to?
Angela says, my email strategy has changed so much and grown so much because of the strategies in 6-figure in 1 year from 2,000 to 10,000-ish. These strategies work.
They do.
Yeah.
Katie says, sorry. I was going to say, Katie says, I have 2,500 subscribers, but open rate is 40 to 60%. Click-through is 3 to 6%. So I want to build that and better the click-through rate. So the open rate at 40 to 60% is awesome.
Well,
the click rate is good. As you continue to grow your list from 2,500 to 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, that open rate could become smaller, and a 30%, because it's a percentage, and a 30% open rate will become what's the equivalent of what you have now, right? Or a 28% open rate. So just remember that, okay?
Okay, so the action plan. Number 1, Choose one of the 5 different tasks to implement. If we change everything, then we don't know what works and what doesn't work, right? It'll be very strategic. Create a habit of analyzing and improving your emails consistently, and then celebrate those higher opens and those conversion rates because you've earned it. Crystal?
You have earned it. Remember, email doesn't have to be perfect to be effective. You need to be consistent. You need to be clear, and you need to give it a touch of you so that people know you, right? It's that like, no, trust thing that Kelli was talking about. Those are all things that are going to make you stand out and connect with your readers. Okay. Keep up the good work. You've got this. We do have a word of the day for you so that you can get our printable. I'm amazed that you clean your list and have such success.
Because we have a clean list.
Yeah.
Because a dirty list is just vanity numbers, and it really can impact your deliverability if most of your list isn't any good.
Right. Exactly. I'm going to clean my screen. Hold on. My little camera. Yeah. If your list is full of people that are not taking action, so like with ConvertKit, they grade your members, right? They give them stars between a 1 and a 5. If the majority of your list is 1-star people, that is an unhealthy list, and you are very likely landing up in spam or whatever. Okay. So you have got to get rid of that dead weight, or you're paying for them. Like, you need to think about that. You're paying for every single person to be on your list. And if they're not going to take action and take it seriously, I don't want them on there. I'm doing this for free for you, right?
There are so many people that do not keep an email address for very long.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got to remember that. You're emailing nothing sometimes. So, okay. Text the word opt-in, no dashes, no spaces, put it all together, opt-in. Make sure you don't autocorrect to option. Text opt-in to 251-644-6701 to get your free printable. What is their free printable today, Crystal? Do we remember?
I don't know. We made it a couple of weeks ago.
A subject line generator worksheet.
Awesome. Awesome. So what happens if you text 251-644-6701 and you don't get your printable? It's very likely that you D&D'd us. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was because you were annoyed. But if you did D&D us, you're not going to be able to get this printable. So here's the deal. We are paying to send this to you. We are paying to have someone make it. Like, we are creating this stuff for you for free. Okay. If you want to get it, you're going to have to un-D&D us. And to do that, you need to text the word start and start alone. No other words, just start, then wait a few minutes and then text the word opt-in. And then it will begin to send you our printables, or it'll send you this printable. And then you'll be good for in the future as well, as long as you don't do stop again. If you do stop again, I mean, we just may not be a good fit for you, and that's okay. Okay. But this stuff is awesome that we're creating, and they are things that will help you move your business forward. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Final thoughts, Kelli?
I got nothing. Remember to check. If you don't get anything, then autocorrect might have gotten you with your little option word.
True.
So
True.
redo it. Try again with opt-in.
Yep. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Oh, we're going to be closed next week. We will not go live next Tuesday. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Isn't that fun? Bye.
Bye.
Katie said